ونحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Okay, yesterday we did group 2, family 5. This is the next family, family 6. And it is also a family from the group 2 families. And it is from the Big 8 family group that we have been studying. So what are the 3 words that we need to memorize for this family?
ماضي مضارع and مصدر.
Yes. And the marker of the past tense is Tàaawana. And then it is Yatàaawanu and Tàaawunan. Remember yesterday with family 5 we did tafarraqa, yatafarraqu, tafarruqan. Here muta'awunan. So this is another similarity in the group 2 families, that the masdar has a dhamma on the ain kalma. This wow is the ain kalma here, and so it has a dhamma upon it. So these 3 words we need to memorize. We need to keep in mind their harakat and their scales, because this is the foundation for the family 6. Words that come from family 6 will follow the patterns that these words follow. So this was our active past. This is active present, and this is our masdar. So these are the 3 words that we have to memorize. There's no rule or set of rules to follow to make this. This is just as is. Okay, and then what comes after Tàawana, Yatàaawanu, Muta'awunan, fahuwa? What is the word called in grammatically?
اسم فاعل.
Yes. Isme fa'il. And isme fa'il is made from what word?
Active present tense.
Exactly. Active present tense. Yata'aawanu. And then what are the 3 changes that we need to do?
A meme at the beginning. A mu.
Yes. Mu at the beginning. Excellent.
The ain kalma would have the kasra.
Okay. And kalma will have the kasra.
And a dhamma.
And
tanween.
yes, tanween at the end, because we are making an ism. So it will be fahuwa. Yes, what will it be? Fahuwa
winun.
vinun, right? So ta'awana, yata'awanu, muta'awunan, fahuwa oh, sorry. I have done this wrong. This is Tàaawunan. Yeah, I have no idea why I did that. Okay, it is Tàawana, Yatàaawanu, Tàaawunan, fahuwa muta'awinun. Right? Because mu only comes in isme fa'il and isme maf'ul and isme zarf in the Big 8 families. So that is one of the, if you see a word starting with a meme and a dhamma, most likely it is from the Big 8 families, and it is either a isme fa'il, isme maf'ul, or isme zarf. So that is due to this meme with the dhamma. Okay. Now, can somebody do the past active chart for Tàawana?
Tàawana.
Hmm.
Sister, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I can't hear myself, so I'm not sure. Okay, it's Tàawana, Tàawana, Tàaawanu,
Hmm.
Tàaawanat, Tàaawanata, Tàaw- Tàaawana,
Excellent.
Tàaawanat, Tàaawanat,
No, ta'awanta.
Tàawanta,
Hmm.
Tàawantuma,
Hmm.
Tàaawantum, Tàaawanti, Tàawantuma, Tàaawat,
Tàawana.
Tàaawanna,
Yes.
Tàaawantu,
Hmm.
Tàaawanna.
Yes. Excellent. This is a weird word, right? Although we have been doing the surface agir of it, but we haven't actually. This is Ain, Wow, and Noon. And we know that if Wow comes in the word, then it becomes a weird word, right? So, Tàawana, right? Tàawana and Tàaawanu are quite simple. So there's no much change from the usual. Then you have Tàaawanat. This is also the same. Tàaawanata. This is also the same. So no change. But the problem happens is Tàaawan and Na, right? From the Hunna version, the Lam Kalma, the last letter of the past tense hua, right? Noon. You have this noon, so you need to put a jazm on it because that is what starts to happen from Hunna in all of the past tenses, that the Lam Kalma gets a jazm. And then you have another noon after it. So what happens is that now you have two noons. One is sakin with a sukun and one is mutaharrik with a haraka. So when you have two similar words in Arabic, similar letters together in a word, the Arabs tend to merge them into one. So what happens is it happens like ta. Yes, you put a shadda to show that there were two noons, and this haraka will come upon the shadda. So it will become Tàawana.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah. And the same will happen with ta and then tunna, right?
Yep.
Tàawanta, tàawantuma, tàawantum, tàawanti, tàawantuma, tàawantunna. Now here, because you had two here, I think we missed this. I think I told you to say Tàawana, but that would be the same as this one. This is Tàawantunna, right? Because it is Antunna version. So this would be Tàawanna and this would be Tàawantunna. And then Tàawantu, and again you have another word which is Tàawan and Na. So again two noons together. So this will become
Tàawanna.
Yeah, just you have to stretch because then it won't be any different from this. So we need to make these two different. So we will stretch this. Tàawanna, right?
Okay.
So that's how the present tense conjugation. Here only two words are where you get shadda on the noon because the noon is also part of the letter and also the ending. So you get two noons in one word.
Jazakallah, sister.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go to okay. So our first line is done. We did the Tàawana. Now can somebody do Yatàaawanu? Anybody?
I can try.
Sure, that's great.
يتعاون يتعاونان يتعاونون تتعاون تتعاونان يتعاون تتعاون تتعاونان تتعاونون تتعاونين تتعاونان تتعاون أتعاون نتعاون.
Excellent, excellent. That was far beyond trying, mashallah. Jazakallah khair. Okay. And then the masdar is as is, and then muta'awinun. So this will follow the Muslim chart. And Muslim chart, we have the common one, the proper one, and the light one. Right? So can somebody do the Muslim chart common? Muta'awinun.
Muta'awinun, muta'awinan, muta'awinin, muta'awi,
Nani, yes.
muta'awinani, muta'awinina, muta'awinina,
Naini, naini.
naini, muta'awinaini, muta'awinaini, muta'awimuna, muta'awimina, muta'awimina,
Excellent. And for feminine?
muta'awima, muta'awinatun,
Natun. Yes.
muta'awinatin, muta'awinatun, muta'awinatan, muta'awinatin.
Yes, just a second. Because you are stretching the muta'awinatun, so it is becoming this. Don't stretch the noon. So it is vinatun.
Okay.
Okay.
Muta'awinatun, muta'awinatin, muta'awinatun, muta'awinatan, muta'awinatin,
Excellent.
muta'awinatani, muta'awinataini, muta'awinataini,
Okay.
muta'awinatun, muta'awinatin, muta'awinatin.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. And now with al-muta'awinu.
Al-muta'awinun, al-muta'awinu, al-muta'awini, al-muta'awinu,
No problem at all.
awina, al-muta'awini, al-muta'awinani, al-muta'awinaini, al-muta'awinaini, al-muta'awinuna, al-muta'awinina, al-muta'awinina. Al-muta'awinatun,
Vinatu.
al-muta'awinatun,
Natu.
natu, sorry. It's proper. Al-mutanawi,
Just look at the word on the screen and read it, and then just change the ending. Right?
Okay. Al-muta'awinatu, al-muta'awinata, al-muta'awinati,
Excellent.
al-mutanawitani, al-muta'awitaini,
Nataini.
ina, al-muta'awinina,
Wait. Are you doing the masculine one or the feminine one?
feminine one.
Okay. So the word would be al-muta'awinatu, right?
Okay. Yes. Al-muta'awinatu, al-muta'awinata, al-muta'awinati, al-muta'awinatani, al-muta'awinataini, al-muta'awinataini, al-muta'awinatu, al-muta'awinati, al-muta'awinati.
Excellent, excellent. And it is a mouthful. It is a very big word, and we are not used to it. So that's why it turns out to be a tongue twister most of the time. Okay. And then mutaawinu, the light chart.
Muta'awinu, muta'awina, muta'awini,
Mm,
muta'awina,
mm,
muta'awinai, muta'awinai,
excellent.
muta'awinu,
Mm,
muta'awini, muta'awini.
mm, excellent. And then the
So
feminine?
muta'awinatu, muta'awinatla, muta'awinati, muta'awinata, muta'awinatay, muta'awinatay, muta'awinatu, muta'awinati, muta'awinati.
Excellent. Jazakillahu khair. That was a very big task with a very big word. Tabarakallah. Okay. So now we go on to our next line. This was our active line. So our active line is done. Tàawana yatàaawanu tàaawunan fahuwa muta'aawinun. Now again, we have to do the passive line. So from the active past, we will have the passive past. So Tàawana, what are the changes that we need to do?
Ui,
Yes. Dhamma on the first letter, right? So we write the word as is without the harakas. So we have the Dhamma. Number 2, the an kalima has a, what will the an kalima have?
I,
U.
Kasra.
U. U. It's gonna
No,
go.
it is ui, right?
Yeah.
As many U's as possible.
Yes,
Oh,
but first follow the steps and then whatever is left, we will see what to do with it. Okay, so
Okay.
the an kalma has a kasra. So we will put a kasra under the wow because that is the an kalma here, right?
mhm.
Okay. And then number 3, the lam kalma will remain the same, right? So it was ta'awanu, ta'awana, sorry, and it will be the same na. Now we are left with the ain and the alif, right?
Mhm.
So we did that for the small words you have the ui, but for the big words you get multiple u's and one e. So you have two combinations of passive words. Why? Passive past tense has two combinations because sometimes the letters are only 3 or 4 and ue works for them. But when you have more than 4 letters or more letters to contend with, then you need to have multiple u's. So what we do is we put a dhamma on the ain as well, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is then how can you read ua? This is not written like this in Arabic. So what they did was they change it into wow.
Wow.
So it is easier to pronounce. So it becomes tu'uwina. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So remember the Jahada family that also had an alif. So from Jahada it became Juhida. So the same thing happened here that you have tu'uwina. This is clear why this happened?
Yes.
Okay. So from the family for family 5, this u, multiple u and one e pattern starts for the passive, both in the passive past and another combination will be in the passive present. So sorry. So The passive past is tu'uvina. Okay. Can somebody do the conjugation of tu'uvina?
Tu'uvina, tu'uvina, tu'uvinu, tu'uvina, tu'uvinata, tu'uvina, tu'uvinata, then
Again, remember what we did? Tu'uvin. So the last letter, lam kalma, will get a jazm, and then you have a na again here. So it will become
tu'uvina,
excellent. Yes.
tu'uvina, tu'uvinta, tu'uvintuma, tu'uvintum, tu'uvinti, tu'uvinta, tu'uvintuma, and tu'uvinna.
Vintunna.
Tu'uvintunna,
Yes.
tu'uvintu, tu'uvinna.
Excellent. Tu'uvinna. You have to
Vinna.
stretch, right? One.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will become like the hunna version.
Yes. Tu'uvinna.
Yes. Jazakallahu khair. Okay, so our past tense passive is done. Now we go to the present active and passive present. So we will make passive present from the active present. Yatàaawanu. What is the passive present combination? Yes. So in the present tense, the mudare letter gets dhamma, right? So we will write yatàaawanu here without the harakas. So it will be you. And number two, an kalima. What will the an kalima get? Yes, that is the difference. Fatha. So it will be wow is the an kalima. So it will be wa. And the lam kalima will remain same. So you have this. Now you have left this portion of the words without haraka, letters without haraka. So as we said that for the passive, we have u, and e for the big words. For the present passive, we have one u and multiple as. So we did the first u, we made it u, we made the dhamma here, and then the rest will get fatha. And because the fatha is coming before the alif, this is normal way of writing, so we won't change this alif into any other letter. So we are left with yatàaawanu. Right? So the only difference between the present active and the present passive is that in the present active, you have yatàaawanu, ya in the beginning. And in the present passive, you have yatàaawanu. The rest is the same, just the beginning will be different.
Okay.
Okay. Can somebody do the conjugation for yatàaawanu? Yatàaawanu. Okay. Then I can do this one then. So it will be yatàaawanu, yatàaawanani, yatàaawanuna. Tàaawanu, tàaawanani, yatàaawanna. Then you have Tàaawanu, Tàaawanani, Tàaawanuna, Tàaawanina, Tàaawanani, Tàaawanna. Uta'awanu, nuta'awanu, right? It's just the beginning that gets the dhamma, and the rest, the endings will change accordingly. Clear for this? This is one O and multiple R's. Okay, and the masdar remains the same. Tàaawunan, fahuwa. What comes next?
Tàaawanu.
Yes, isme maf'ul. So we don't need to do the whole process again. We'll just take the isme file as is, and just the ain kalma will get a fatha. That is the only difference. So it will be muta'awanun. Okay, so here we also follow the Muslim chart. Common. So we will do muta'awanun, muta'awanan, muta'awanin, muta'awanani, muta'awanaini, muta'awanaini, muta'awanuna, muta'awanina, muta'awanina, muta'awanatun, muta'awanatan, muta'awanatin, muta'awanatani, muta'awanataini, muta'awanataini, muta'awanatun, muta'awanatin, muta'awanatin. That is the common. Then we have the proper. Would someone like to do the proper one? Al-muta'awanu will be the word. Okay. Al-muta'awanu, al-muta'awana, al-muta'awani, al-muta'awanani, al-muta'awanaini, al-muta'awanaini, al-muta'awanuna, al-muta'awanina, al-muta'awanina. المتعاونة 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 المتعاونتان المتعاونتين المتعاونتين المتعاونات المتعاونات المتعاونات. Then the light will be متعاون. So it will be muta'awanu, muta'awana, muta'awani, muta'awana, muta'awanai, muta'awanai, muta'awanu, muta'awani, muta'awani, muta'awanatu, muta'awanata, muta'awanati, muta'awanata, muta'awanatai, muta'awanatai, muta'awanatu, muta'awanati, muta'awanati. Right? This is how the word will be. Okay. So our second line is done, alhamdulillah. Okay, so let's start with here. So you had Tàawana, Yatàaawanu, Tàaawunan, fahuwa.
Muta'aawinun.
Yes, excellent. Muta'aawinun. Then you have the passive line. Tu'uwina.
Yatàaawanu.
Yes. Yuta'aawanu,
Tàaawunan.
Tàaawunan, fahuwa.
Muta'aawanan.
Right. Just the fatha on the and kalma will make it isme maf'ul. Okay. Then our next line is wal amru minhu. We make it fi'l amr, we make it from
Anta.
yes, the present active. So yata'awanu, we make it anta, so it will be
Tàaawanu.
tata'awanu. And then what will we do?
Drop the ta and make it sukoon.
Yeah, first we make it sukoon, so it will be tata'awan, right?
Yeah.
And then we drop that, so it will be ta'awan. So can we read this easily, or do we need a helper, Alif?
We
can
don't
read
need
it.
Exactly. So here what happens is that we have a shortcut as well. Ustad said that you have Tàawana as the past tense and the Fi'l Amr is Tàawan. You just make it sukoon at the end, right? So that is another way of memorizing it. So what will be the conjugation for the Fi'l Amr?
تعاون تعاونا تعاونوا تعاوني تعاونا تعاونا.
Excellent, exactly. So we only have the 6 words because we only use the anta versions. The second person we use for these. Okay, and وَالنَّهْيُ anhu. So we also make that from Yatàaawanu, present active. What do we do?
Make it anta and then make it lightest and then put a line in front of it.
Exactly. So it will be Tàaawanu.
And make
Then
it
it will be Tàaawan.
and then لا تتعاون.
Excellent. So it will be La Tàaawan. Okay, can somebody do the conjugation of this? La Tàaawan.
لا
I can do it.
تتعاون
Mm-hmm.
لا تتعاون لا تتعاونوا لا تتعاوني لا تتعاونا لا تتعاون.
Excellent. Jazakallahu khair. And the وَالظَّرْفُ minhu, what will be the zarf?
Same as ism maf'ul.
Yes. Muta'awanun. Right? So that is our surface saghir for family 6. Alhamdulillah, we've completed it. So we'll just do it with tasa'ala, right? Without all the conjugations, we will just do the surface saghir. So tasa'ala, then what will it be?
يتساءل.
Yes. All of them with the fatha. Yatasa'alu. What will be the masdar?
تساءل.
Tasa'unan.
Yes.
Tàaawunan.
Tasa'ulan. Okay. And fahuwa?
متسائل.
Yes. Mutasa'ilun. The hamza is the end kalma, so it will get a kasra. Okay. What will be the past passive?
سئل.
Yes, the alif will change into dhamma, into waw, to su'ila. And what will be the present passive?
يتساءل.
Yes, yutasa'alu. The masdar will remain the same.
هم يتساءلون.
فهو mutasa'alun. Exactly. The only difference is the end kalma haraka. Okay, then wal amru minhu.
تساءل.
Yes, very easy. Tasa'al. وَالنَّهْيُ عَنْهُ.
لا تتساءل.
Exactly. لا تتساءل. والظرف منه
متساءل.
متساءل. Excellent. Right. So in this way, any word that is given can be made into surface saghir, and we can do then all the conjugations that are there in surface saghir, starting from the past tense active, the present tense active, the ism fa'il, the past passive, present passive, ism maf'ul, the amr, the nahi, right? And the zarf is always the same as maf'ul, ism maf'ul in the big 8 families. Any questions in this regard?
No, Jazakallah khair.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So inshallah we'll end the session here. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Assalamu alaikum.